It is game number 1. As the captains, Sam Walsh on the right and Cody Melphy bring out their side. It's the New York locals and Southern headliners. Headliners coached by Tim Stanfield, DTH Vanamava, Tui Osborne, Ethan Ponye, the coaches of the New York side. Sleek kit, but it's all business from the 2 US Eagles to open things up here at Highmark Stadium. Plenty of nerves, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is hot out there. Don't let green fool you. And you can see the similarity in the colour. It'll be part of the skill set to be able to differentiate their team. And the New York locals, as you can see, I've already mentioned Cody Melphy. Drove us a level, one to watch as well. Lighting up in Austin, Texas, and of course, Naduva and his electric pace will be hard to handle. It's the New York locals head coach Tui Osborne as well. They were unlucky to win last tournament, so they'll be looking to make their mark here in Pittsburgh.
Southern headliners side out of Memphis, Tennessee. Some big names in that roster as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already talked about Kitiona. I think the headliners probably have a big job ahead of them, marking up on, you know, Fijians, Cody Melphy. But they were a very exciting team to watch. They got a whole bunch of side steps, offloads, very classy play. Whereas the locals had very good chemistry between each other, so it's 2 different styles going up against each other.
Here we go. Welcome, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, to the Premier Rugby 7's Eastern Conference Finals in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's the kickoff and falls the way initially to the New York side, but a little hand had crept in there. They've knocked it on, so the headliners will take first possession.
Yeah, this is really good position for the headliners first up. Will Chevalier for the headliners as a USA Sevens member as well. We saw them warming up. Plenty of passing going on in this heat.
Awesome work, awesome work.
Making sure they turn on first in terms of skill set.
First scrum, a bit of set piece here. Chevalier, USA Club Sevens national champion with the Chicago Lions. His father played there back in the day. Son doing great things so far. In midfield, looking to step out of the tackle. The ball is to Jinkins on the outside. Great bit of passage of play. Melphy on the outside, but they won't catch him. Kenny Jinkins, what's the frequency, Kenneth? And he has the first score in the tournament. And the Southern headliners are in.
Oh, that's a set piece, spectacular. Look at him, his wings are spread because he was flying down that sideline. Beautiful scrum, beautiful feed from Chevalier, as you mentioned, and an amazing finish there. Just the start that they would have wanted. There's Walsh, another USA member, attempts a conversion, and yes, it's over. Oh, we've got to see this again. Look at that, great set piece. First receiver, spreading it wide. That's the skill set we talked about, and taking in 2 defenders and the offload for Jinkins down the side. That is just beautiful sevens to watch, and it's pretty hard to handle as a defender when somebody's taking on 2 of you like that.
That's right. Tomas Aoake, fresh from the San Diego Legion, Major League Rugby finalist, just going down the last second to the New England Free Jacks. 7-0 the score. Headliners lead. Kickoff bounces up and almost claimed. Another hand has come in there at the set piece, and it will stay with this headline as well. Tim Stanfield, DTH Vanamava, said they struggled last time in their first tournament out, but a much better beginning for them.
Yeah, it was, and the refs just overturned the call, sorry, which is very rare. So
red ball, here we go.
This is a really good break for the headliners. It's probably just as hard for the ref as the players to make sure you're getting the right pink.
Bind to your hooker.
But that's part of rugby. You've got to adapt.
Coach!
And every single position matters. This will be the locals' first position, much needed. Cody Melphy just tight behind that scrum, as you can see. Oh, and it's turned over, Dylan.
A tight end. Walsh goes quickly in midfield. Aoake now. The try scorer, Jinkins. Fresh from his services in Major Rugby with Nola Gold, lays it on the ground. It was the locals, they were finalists last time in Austin. Across field, Michael Nelson. Across to Kitiona, who was a man possessed at that first tournament. Penalty, the arm comes up for the headliners. And Nelson wants to go quickly. Depperschmidt is on the field as well. Chevalier across Welsh with a good pass to Aoake. He's a big jump stepper. Rinzel one gets the offload on the inside, and nice Sam Welsh will get their second score, and they make it all look very easily. And Tomas Aoake, he's the glue in the middle.
Tomas Aoake, he set up the first try, and he does it again. Sets up his captain, Sam Welsh. It's a numbers game sometimes in sevens, and when you take two defenders in, there's always going to be a spare player. As Welsh knocks over the conversion. Beautiful, beautiful play here. Absolutely. Look at this. Aoake, ball in hand here. Bang. Whacks one, takes in a second. Welsh is open all day. Like the Red Sea, it parted. Bang. Oh, I love watching a step like that, Dallin. So skillful and so hard to defend.
Just like that, it's 14-0. And then in picture, the Southern Headliners in pink lead. The New York Locals in match one from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Try scorer Walsh just needs to go the 10 meters, does that. Basket gets lifted and drops it. They had an opportunity there to the New York side, but it's not going their way in the opening 7.
So basket there. Locals went with the pod option, but Kitiona gets up right in their face. Causes disorganisation and starving the headliners of that position. Headliners have had no ball in hand. Set piece so important. Chevalier feeds for the headliners.
Yeah, to think they lost against the team 19-10 in Austin, their very first game. They've come up firing here. They know what it takes. Aoake yet again. He holds the key so far in this game. While she's there for the quick reset. Chevalier looking to cut back in. A couple minutes left in the first half. Aoake goes to Jinkins on that far side. The winger cuts back in nicely. Beats one. Naduva is there. They've seen no possession as a New York side. Nelson loops. Create a bit of support for Chevalier. Kitiona, the New Zealand 7 series champion from this year into the 22. Depperschmidt arrives and the arm goes up yet again for a penalty. Chevalier down the short side. Little Chevy. Oh, and he runs out of gas. But he gets a penalty as well for a high shot. This will be a yellow card also, Ruby.
Yeah, the first one, the tackler wasn't releasing, but that one was high.
Time is off. High tackle.
We have another look here. He took the penalty quick, which is an awesome option to do, but as you can see there, yeah, absolutely. Bizer's arm reaches up too high. You cannot tackle around the head or neck area, especially the back of the collar. The refs, if they see that, there's no way. It's very hard to defend, though, that far out from the line. You almost have to stay high to protect the ball, but there's a very fine line, and unfortunately, he slipped up and he'll have a 2-minute sit in the sin bin.
Yeah, that's so tough. It's hot enough defending just for 7 against 7. And in the end, Orrin Bizer will go to the side. His older sister Maya is the legendary eagle known as a sledgehammer.
Yeah, Kitiona by there, taking a seat. He is just carried ferociously, as ever, as always. Tommy Clark. No slouch from South, gets to scrum up. How about that guy right there, Aoake, sitting up both the tries almost effortlessly. Looks like they're just having fun, which is awesome to see.
That really is, as Chevalier with 7 against 6 sets up the attack. They're up 14-0 to close out this first half. About a minute to go. Welsh at first receiver is very flat. Melphy brings him to the deck. Support there. Biutu now the short side. Depperschmidt. He's big and strong, but he's been held up. And that is a bit of defense from the New York Locals that needed that.
That is a solid defensive effort from the New York Locals. It's not easy to defend with 6 players, as you already mentioned, Dallin, but right on your line, it's really tough to do. But they're not out of danger yet. In sevens, it's still another reset with a scrum 5 meters out. If we have a look, quick heads-up play, and he just decides, Depperschmidt just decides to put his head down and go for it. But look at the desperation from the Locals. That is just so good to see. And that's what you need when you're defending in line.
Can they keep it intact? After conceding 2 converted tries early on. Chevy around the short side, good little flick to Walsh, not a lot of room to move. Gets it to his teammates, Seimou Biutu. And now there's space, Nelson on the outside. Jinkins, what a tackle. Slides down, wasn't held. Bounces up, still a meter shy. Will Chevalier down the short side. Here's a slippery little customer. And that's try number 3 in the first half for the headliners.
Oh, the Locals sit so well in this near side. But in the end, they just run out of numbers. Chevalier was looking. He didn't stop looking for his opportunities. Look at the locals just desperately trying to get across there. This was absolutely try-saving tackle from Bossalevu.
That was on me.
As you see here, the ruck's created, and he just loses his footing there, unable to defend. Again, as Walsh has a good nudge at the conversion, but it's a little bit short, and that will take us into half-time, Dallin. Wow.
Yeah, what an entertaining first 7 minutes we've seen. 3 tries from the Southern headliners, have them up against the New York locals in match 1 in the men's competition. Time for a short break, and it is plenty of action to come here in the second half in the Premier Rugby 7's Eastern Conference Finals. It is 19-0. Headliners lead the locals. Welcome back to Habeeb Stadium, downtown Pittsburgh. In a enthralling first half, 19-0. Let's hear from Bree Kent, pitch side.
Yeah, just spoke with head coach of the locals, Tui Osborne, asked what his message was to the team at halftime, and he said, we just have to be more disciplined at the breakdown. You saw a couple of quick tap penalties where there were guys stuck in the breakdown, and they weren't able to recover from that. So they're waiting to see what the headliners will do, but that's the main message, clean up around the breakdown.
Thanks, Bree. Great messages indeed. Let's see what Tui Osborne's Chargers have in store. They receive the kickoff. New York looking for possession, trailed by 19. Jinkins gets his hand in the way. Now the ideas for the headliners. Again, they start fantastically well. Possession, though, will go the other way. And finally, it's Naduva that has Mr. Nitro. Looking to cut like a hairdresser. It's a long time for Alasio Naduva. The man from Fiji flies in for their first score.
Wow, we talked about him and the players to watch, and you couldn't give a better reason why to watch out for him. As he slots his own goal even. Converts his own try, but have a look at this. The reaction, boom, I'm off. Keep up with me if you can, because I promise you, you cannot. That is why the national sport of Fiji is rugby 7s, Vinakavaka level. That was outstanding.
World 7 Series champion of Fiji in 2019. A master of the restarts as well. And here he goes to collect another one. Naduva! He moves as fast as artificial intelligence. And the New York locals have their second.
That is just ridiculous. Have you ever seen anything like it as he waves potentially for an absolutely deserved sub? He's going to, of course, convert his own superstar try, but that is just terrific. A tap-and-go try, immediately followed by 30 seconds later, a kickoff. We saw the locals do this in Austin, Texas, so teams know this is coming, but still, Naduva says "Mode" to the defense, goodbye, and scores another try.
The Fijian Sevens legend did it in Austin, Texas, in the Eastern Conference kickoff, and has them 19-14. Bossalevu comes in with a shot. Time for possession to stay, though, with the New York team. And a quick tap. Nick Feakes, known as the Mongoose, looks to skip his way through. Throws a lovely dummy. Does Feakes, still going. Is the Australian sensation. Numbers to the left-hand side for the New York locals. They look to cut back in with Melphy. Contact point inside the 22. Bossalevu goes straight. As he dropped that, he's lost it. Kitiona has it on the other side for the headliners. Look out! Here's a big hit coming. That is a strong arm fan all the way. Gets the other arm involved as Kitiona. It's all happening. He's a man of steel.
I think Kitiona fend went for 55 meters. One of the longest fends, surely, in PR7's history.
Going for that. Sorry, because I thought. Don't again. Scrum, gentlemen.
Ref just having a nice little chat there. But that was a big call and a big moment. There were about 3 locals sucked in on him. If he got that ball out, they were in danger, but also you got to follow all the laws in that situation. Does it become a maul? If one from each player joins, it's a maul. Does his knee touch the ground? Then the defenders have to release. There's a lot going on in one moment, so the fact that the headliners retained possession there,
Bring the subs on.
crucial. And how about those locals? We knew if they had 1 minute of possession, they could score a couple of tries, and that's exactly what they did, Dylan. As you see Jinkins there, coming off the field, he's been amazing.
Okay, time on.
Well-deserved break.
Rhinos Rugby is an official partner for all PR7s franchises. Visit rhinosrugby.com to start your journey.
Set. Spine to your
Back to the set piece. Just 5 points in this game. 3:30 to go.
You are pushing him.
So in from the side, illegal scrummaging is the call. A gift here for the New York locals. Basker gets it to Melphy. The returns to Feakes, throws one dummy. Kitiona came flying in with a solid contact there. There's no love lost between these brilliant players. Friends off it, big shoulders on it. Joe Vusalevu flicks one on the outside to the speed merger looking to go. And cuts back in really nicely. Villani, and then it's been pitched. Chevalier comes in. Chevy with the steal.
Oh, shit.
Walsh looking to steady things now for the Southern Headliners that raced out to that 19-0 lead. Conceded the last 2 converted tries. Depperschmidt down to that far side. Little stutter step there from Scheck, the man known as the Canadian Rocket. Just fused himself into the touchline.
Touch.
Yeah, we know this
Defense, you're
man
here.
has plenty of speed, does Scheck, so the locals doing well to use the sideline to their advantage.
Defense,
Just push him over the side there. Man, Heap here
time
as
off.
well. Villani, plenty of speed, so there's not only is there huge skill set and strength out there, there is some absolute skyrockets on some of these boots out
Stay
there.
there, please. Thank you.
And Tackley, what a tough game to manage with 2 minutes 20 left on the clock.
Yep, thank you.
Important substitutes for both sides, as these 2 teams have been going at a hammer and tongs so far. Match number 1 only.
Don't close this gap, please.
Okay.
Substitutions become important as well.
Thank you.
Dylan, as we see both teams making a couple. Cody Melphy, the man in charge, captain with the throw-in.
Naduva is on the wing for the New York side. His name on the board, all 14 points for his team. Good set piece, Melphy loops around. The Olympian and US Eagle. Vusalevu, the danger, finds Naduva. Carries and takes on the Canadian Rocket, gets the offload to Cook. Pop, but again flying is Joe Vusalevu, and he goes out.
How did Depperschmidt stop that? Vusalevu firstly did amazing to catch that offload, but somehow, in some way, he got him out. We need to have another closer look at this.
Just tell him, leave the ball.
Of course, Naduva, not only blistering pace, but he changes his angle, offloads to his teammate. Look at that. It was half an ankle tap, and he got him out.
Do not step in.
Huge sigh of relief for the headliners.
Okay, time on.
Just a reminder, the headliners only have 1 competition point, ranked 4th, but if they win the next 2 games, including this one, of course, they will go to DC. But the giveaway penalty, we're not over yet, as Feakes has it for New York. The Mongoose to the right inside. Melphy upended. What a big hit. Still available for the New York side. Clock ticks away. To the right they work. Keelin Coyle. Vusalevu tries to link up with Naduva. Mr. Nightrope. Joe Vusalevu yet again. Very tall player. Chef in his part-time. He said he eats most of his stuff that he cooks. And the other go up the middle though. Good strong tackle on Seimou Smith. That need to come. Orrin Bizer now. To the right. Melphy linking up. A try to tie it up. A kick to win it. Cody Melphy. Under a minute to go. Big switch with Coyle. Bizer yet again. Oh, he's showing it powerful. Orrin Bizer take a ball.
Time's accurate.
Wow. It was relentless from the locals. The physicality was there. Everything you could ask for in a rugby game. And now we're sitting locked up at 19
seconds, Cody.
all. The ref is telling everybody the time's still on. There's bodies all over the place. That man right now, Aoake, is giving us a clinic
Hands up,
in
hands up.
wrestling, I'm pretty sure. The
Hands
way
up.
he's laying bodies down.
Thank you.
This is exhausting stuff. It is not
You're
cold
for
out there, and there's 30
17.
seconds
Take up
left. This is a game down.
Okay, time back on.
Cody Melphy to line this one up. The Olympian.
Huge
Stop.
moment for this man.
He strikes it well, does Cody Melphy. He's got it! That is unbelievable! Sevens at its finest.
Okay, we're ahead by 2 points. Are the locals, because the kick was taken with some time left on the clock, they must kick this ball off. He's got to wait till time goes. The hooter will sound, but he still must kick. So it's either got to go out or they need to retain position. Look at this for a clutch play.
The headliners need to go the distance. They'll be knocked out of this tournament. They won't go to DC if they lose it, but they could win it as well. Jasper Green caught ball and all on the 22. They trailed by 2 points. Final moment in the game. Depperschmidt. Time for a hero. Tomas Aoake provided all the action in the first half. Here comes Kitiona. Good tackle from Naduva on the New Zealand legend. Penalty though for Biutu. And the headliners, Walsh throws a dummy to Sam Walsh. It cuts loose. Can Walsh get the winner? He's being chased. It's big Sammy Walsh. But it could go the distance. It's there. It is remarkable.
No way! Have you ever seen a headline like that one? It was Cody Melphy, the captain before, but now the headliners stand with Sam Walsh as captain. Fantastic, and to be honest, the kick doesn't matter because the full-time hooter is gone. This is the final play, and it is the headliners who fight for their life and will get the win.
Can you believe it? New York finalists last time in Austin. Bomb out in the first game. And the Southern headliners. A dramatic finish with Sam Walsh, the hero.
This was incredible. He throws a dummy pass. And Cody Melphy's not an easy player to dummy on. And he still had plenty of work to do in the final seconds, but it was just enough. This is exhausting stuff. Absolute genius to go for the corner, which gives him the advantage. Chasing Gray did everything he could, but in the end, look at that score, Dylan.
24-21. The headliners beat the locals. The next match coming up. It's a steel toes against the team. Plenty more to come. Stay with us here at Highmark Stadium.